My name is Dan Holdridge. I'm a survivor from the attack on the Pentagon from September 11th, 2001. I was working at the Pentagon for General Dynamics Corporation. I was in charge of the newly renovated section where we did data networking installations. That morning I get a phone call from a woman. She said, "Did you hear about New York?" And I said, "No, what happened?" She said, "Well, a plane went into the trade centers." After chatting with her a little bit, she said, "Wait a minute, Dan, and a second plane just hit the other trade centers." Caught up with my colleague, Bobby Shelby. We just couldn't believe it. You know, it was awful. A few minutes later, I just looked up to Bobby and said, "Geez, Bobby, what's next, the Pentagon?" And then 3, 2, 1, boom, the blast went off. And it picked Bobby and I up and threw us a good distance. And then the building just started coming down on top of us. People started screaming, "You've been hit, you've been hit." And so I didn't know what that meant, but I looked down and I was covered in blood as well, and so I knew I was in trouble. But I was laying there next to people dying, sitting in the rubble. All I could do was move my left arm and breathe. I knew from that point in time I need to appreciate everything I have and everything I am and all the people that are around me, and that I'll never, ever be entitled to anything ever in life again. And I think that message is crystal clear. In terms of spreading the message of appreciation, I started speaking around the country. It started very innocently with good friends asking if I could tell my story to their organization, and then I realized that I have 184 people that died 10 feet from me, that if in some way I could honor them, I could do it through speaking to audiences. When I talk to groups, I mention the acronym HERO, for help everyone regardless of outcome. And I came up with that when I was thinking about all the heroes that day, all the folks from the fire, the police, and the people looking to donate blood, that they all have a hero within them, and they let it out that day. And they weren't considering what was the outcome, they just knew that they could help. Through my speaking efforts and my books, and also I collect donations for wherever I speak as well. They go to support the Josh Piver Foundation and their work that they do. Josh Piver was a 23-year-old young man who graduated from the University of Vermont, and he was working in the trade centers in New York for Cantor Fitzgerald, and on the 105th floor, I believe. And Josh's life was taken when the plane hit the trade centers. His family is from Stonington, Connecticut, and that's where I'm from. And so Josh's memory lives on through a scholarship foundation that his mother and sister control and operate. Reflecting back the 10 years, it still seems like it's yesterday. I really internalized what had happened on 9/11 from the negative perspective and turned it into a positive.